So a couple of weeks ago on one of our team training calls, I had a team member ask me, hey Chris, next week I'm going to a very high level networking event with a lot of executives and salespeople in the business world. What should I say? And Jason, you had a good response for our team member. So can you kind of tell the viewers what you told our team member?
And one of the things I want to clarify is it was actually a work event. So these were like executives in his company, and these are high level people. And you know what the guy's thinking. He's thinking, gosh, if I could have these people in my business, what would that do for my business? Now, when you're working with people, though, it's kind of hard to, how do you do that whole thing? Well, people, there's usually two trains of thought in the MLM industry. It's don't do it at all, because people really are looking out for you. Or, oh, just go out and talk to him, because those leaders could care less what happens to your job. In fact, they probably wouldn't want you to be full-time. There's a middle road here, okay? You want to keep your job, right? So you don't want to, mix that. So he asked me, what do we do? I said, well, our communication course, when we talk about the develop step. He said, yes. I said, okay, what do I say in there? He said, well, you connect with people, which I have no problem doing there because I know a lot of the people and I'm in sales, and if I don't, I'm going to be able to connect with them. I said, okay, first objective is, like in our communication course, connect with as many people as you possibly can in that event, but develop as many relationships as you can. And he said, okay, but to what extent? Am I going to talk about the business? No, that would be the introduce step. It's probably not appropriate. Just develop a relationship with many people and do the develop step, which is really having a meaningful conversation. You may hear some opportunities to bring up your business, but don't do it. The best thing you should do is when you get to that point and you have somebody that you connected with, whether they say something that could possibly be a business, product, or service situation or not, just say, hey, I enjoyed talking to you, catching up. You got a card? At this kind of function, most people are going to have a card. But if you go to a function maybe where it's not really a business function, maybe it's a dinner party or whatever, when you say you got a card, basically what ends up happening is the person will say, no, but I can write my number down. It's basically a non-weird way of asking for somebody's phone number. So I guess what I'm saying is step one, connect with the people. Step two, develop them. Those are the first two steps in our communication course. And when you develop them in a way where you have a meaningful conversation. You don't necessarily have to get them to say anything that makes it appropriate for your business, product, or service. It can simply be something where you build a relationship, because it's all about building your Rolodex in this business if you're going long term. And three, just say, hey, you got a card? Because ultimately, what do you want to do? You want to keep their information, you want to get their name, phone number, maybe their email, and you want to stay in touch with them. The more people you stay in touch with and the more people you build relationships with, the bigger your business will get. And it's really that simple.
Well, you make it sound very simple, Jason, and there's more to it. What if someone asks you, what do you do? What do you say when you talk to them later? Where can people go for more information on what to do or kind of dive into more of the details? What courses?
Well, okay, and that's just a common question. And not to plug our courses, but that's a valid question because that's something people ask us a lot. And instead of repeating ourselves over and over again, that's why we created the course. We have in our Complete Networker course series, we have the communication course that I was just mentioning earlier. And then we have a business endorsement course and a customer endorsement course. And those two things will prepare you for those possible situations. So when somebody asks you what you do, you know what to say. And it's not some cheesy BS stupid thing like, I'm the CEO of my own business or some garbage like that, whatever people say in MLM, like, or I'm an entrepreneur creator, or all this stuff that just doesn't work and makes you seem like you're a weirdo. So the point is, it's taking your unique situation, and believe me, it works for everybody, and actually preparing yourself for answering those questions. So instead of the conversation going awkward, you actually start creating situations where people are actually interested in what you do.